visible.
So how's this thing going, man? When your people, you talk to them still?
They're talking a bunch of shit.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are.
Good.
They're saying I'm better on my own, and you're talking a bunch of nonsense. And I'm sorry to be so direct, but
We like
trying
direct.
To sugar it up. If
We
I'm
like
sober,
direct.
but-
That's what they're saying,
That's
really?
fine.
Yeah, well, a couple of people. I don't know if that's the majority consensus. I don't know, but a couple of people said that. But you gotta expect that they don't know you. They're not familiar with you, so they only know me. So they're gonna talk a bunch of shit.
We don't care about those two fucktards.
Plus,
No,
you-
we don't
you know,
care.
You haven't really been talking to them.
Yeah.
They're probably
Yeah,
really
they're
trying to-
they're jealous because you're talking to us.
Pretty much.
Fucktards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I could have. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation by directly
Oh, you were
conversing
kidding.
with people on the live
313
stream. So.
views? Holy
Right.
shit, dude. And that's just
Yeah,
me
but
about talking about
you know,
fucking
they don't know you. That's the problem. They know me, but they don't know you. So
Right.
if they knew you, they probably would not say those things.
You got a lot of good fans that they've left comments, they subscribed.
There's a couple
Yeah.
subscribed over here.
Just
too.
got a couple fucktards over there that want to talk shit.
That's
Yeah.
fine. No, they can all talk all the shit they fucking want. It's not gonna bother us. We're still gonna keep going.
They talk shit about me too, and then they keep watching. So I guess
That's what I
doesn't
never
matter.
got.
They
People,
like it, I guess,
people,
Yeah.
people who talk shit will still continue to watch. You know, that's what's crazy about YouTube, that you can be positive views and you can have a shitload of negative views, but no matter what, they're still watching you.
They're just trying to get attention.
Yeah, and like Rebecca Black is a perfect example.
Who?
Rebecca Black,
I'm not sure who that is.
that song
I
called
know that
Friday.
song.
It's
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fucking the most. The was it? At one point, it had the most dislikes, but it had like the highest views in a short time span.
Well, were you saying you were aware of that?
Yeah, I know who she is.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I know that song. I remember that song. And, like, her dad paid a bunch of money to have a professionally produced music video, but it was still shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I liked it. I kind of liked it. You know, a lot of people did not, but you can't deny that it was quite popular at the time it came out. So
Well, yeah, it wasn't. We wouldn't all know who it is.
yeah, Rebecca Black. Yeah. See, I even know. I don't
Dude,
know
that's a
much. I don't know who the popular singers of today is. I don't know current music, but I know her.
So, what is your? Do you have a preference on music?
Well, no, but I listen to various kinds. But for example, like before I came, got a ride over here, I was listening to, guys, because I'm drunk, it's hard to recollect who I was listening
Is it rock,
to.
rap?
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, Sinatra.
Yeah, that's who I was listening to. So there's a couple of songs, My Way, and then another one of his songs that are right now in this moment. I don't.
Yeah, My Way. That's the first one that always comes to my mind when I think of Sinatra.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like him with he used to perform with
The
various
Rat Pack.
other bands, and but his solo stuff I do enjoy.
Sammy Davis and all them cats.
Yeah.
Dean Martin, Sammy Davis.
The OG Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Smells like fruit in here.
No, that's because you just walked in.
Yeah, maybe so.
Fruity.
Smells of fruity from those rings. Sprouting.
Fruity Pebbles. Hey, remember when The Rock was making fun of John Cena for that shit?
Oh, that's
You
funny.
should definitely.
Every time I hear or see
Cruiser,
Fruity
if you
Pebbles,
feel the
the
need
first
right
thing I
now,
think is
go
John
ahead and,
Cena right off the
talk
bat,
back to
him
him.
The Rock.
Oh, all right. Well, if I see something,
You know,
I
I didn't
wanna
know that The
comment
Rock
to.
was the whole time was passing the torch to John Cena. You know, The Rock
Oh,
got
yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
Cena. I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm on the
all the time.
podcast.
I didn't know The
He's
Rock is the
been
one
on
who
the
got
Mchenry
John Cena.
Man
for
Show
20
podcast.
years.
I didn't
it's
know
like
The Rock was the one
you
who
know,
got
a regular
John
internet
Cena, and he
podcast. I
wanted to
guess
pass
that's
the
what
torch
that
to John
is.
Cena the
And
whole
I'm a
time. I
guest
didn't know
on
that.
it for this evening, and we're just seeing
Isn't
how
that
it
kind of weird
goes.
though? Out of all the wrestlers, John
Well,
Cena.
Well, look, John Cena. I mean,
He was like
This is my second
Vanilla
Four
Ice's
Loko.
retarded brother.
I'm almost done with
At
it.
one point.
How many do you? I didn't know how much you drink, so I didn't even know if that was enough. But it seems like that's enough.
Yeah, normally I drink two
Logos?
of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a lot, bro. That's 14%.
No, remember? Hey, remember
Yeah.
before they got pulled off in the store?
Yeah.
Just half of that shit will get you tanked,
Yeah, it would.
and then you
Yeah,
have the
that sounds
shittiest
like my car.
hangover.
The cruise gonna be all right. A cruiser.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the cruise is gonna be cruising tonight.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making some pancakes with some peanut butter on them, and I feel like I'm gonna be doing
That's what's
that.
up, man.
You should take an edible before you leave.
Cool.
That it won't
Mellow
kick.
out.
It'll take a couple hours to kick in, so you'll be good. You won't have to worry about being social or whatever.
Well, the problem with taking too much of edibles is I'll have a schizophrenic episode.
Oh, really?
Don't give
Okay.
him no more.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, just if you ever get on Joey Diaz's podcast, do not Stars of Death.
Oh yeah, I
They
heard
eat-
about those.
they
I tried
do.
to find those. Where do you get
Bro,
those?
Joey Diaz eats those like they're fucking Pringles.
Where the heck do you get
What
those?
are
I think it's only in L.A.
I got a ride.
What
with
are they?
friends.
Huh?
What are they?
Cruiser, you just were
They're
talking about
edibles,
you
they're
went
high,
to.
they're like 500
I
milligram
didn't watch the video,
edibles.
but I did
Damn.
see it. Where
Shit, that's
you
a
went
lot,
to
man.
your first Californian dispensary.
Yeah, that's
How'd
what
that go?
got me started with this. A friend of mine that I know, he was talking to me on Facebook Messenger. He was talking about getting edible gummies from this dispensary locally. And on
Was it the
Mchenry,
one
yeah.
on Maze? Oh,
On
McHenry.
Mchenry,
Okay, okay.
I don't recall that. If I heard the name of it, I know. But and then I thought, well, I want to get some edibles. At that time I thought I just want to get high. That's all I knew.
I want to get high.
So I Googled it and I found that there was 1.5 mile away, so I could walk to it. But my roommate Ryan wound up saying he can give me a ride and whatnot. And at that time, I thought, well, I just want to get high. That's it. And so I went and got a bag of edible apple rings and whatnot. And so I took 3 of them. So that's 30 milligrams.
Yeah, that's a fair amount. That's too much
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm drinking, that's too much for me.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that.
So I ate those, and but afterwards he went up calling me to his room for some reason. And we had a conversation, and I realized, before eating these, I could not converse. I had selective mutism. All I could say was yeah, yep. That's all I could say. And but when I had these apple
what they look
rings.
like. You had to keep
I
them
was able to
refrigerated.
converse like I do on my videos because every time I made a video, I told people who wanted to meet me, listen, yeah, I could act like this on my video, but
Looks
if
like-
I were
looks
to
like
meet
death and
you,
edible food.
it would not be like this.
Chris.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, but I was able to converse
Take a
with
bite,
him.
pass it along.
So I determined it was because of the edibles. So I figured, well, if so I Googled it. I looked for more information. I saw this show called The Doctors on NBC. People were they were having a
I've seen
topic
it.
on this show called about microdosing it and whatnot. And so I figured, well, I can microdose this and maybe I'll have the same effect. And so I wound up taking 5 milligrams. That's it. So that's half of one of these 10 milligram apple rings that I had. And I had the same effect. I was able to converse with him and whatnot. I called a friend on Facebook. We were able to converse and have a regular conversation I was not able to have before. And so I determined based upon that, I was able to talk and converse because I had 5 milligrams of this edible cannabis. So yeah. So it seems to be working out. I guess that's the cure for selective mutism and social anxiety.
And before you wouldn't be able to speak to people or.
Not like this. No. On video, yeah, because there's nobody there, it's just me and a camera.
Right.
Me and another person, no. I would be able to say, yeah, yep, and that's it.
Right.
Nothing else.
Yeah, see, on the way over here, I asked him about that, because he's used to doing it on his phone, where I think it'd be, personally, myself, I think it'd be more harder to do it on your phone because you have no one you're talking to. You're basically,
For me, it'd be
you
hard
know what I'm saying?
for me.
Yeah, me too, man, because you'd be asking your own questions.
Yeah, I can't just sit there and monologue.
Right.
But you can, apparently.
Yeah, I'll go look in the mirror, I'll look at that motherfucker, we'll have a conversation.
Well, that's like similar to when I stream, though. That's very similar to when I stream. I talk to like as if people are there when they're not.
Yeah.
At first.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Right, but
Yeah.
I'm just talking like people aren't there, and then people join like, oh, hey, I've heard of that before, blah, blah, blah.
It's like when people go live on Facebook or some shit.
Yeah,
they do
you got
the
to
same
talk to
thing.
yourself.
You got to talk.
That's how it is.
That's how it is, because otherwise your question ain't getting answered. You're
No.
typing in all the time, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but me, I think it'd just be a lot harder than, hearing people talk and then talking with people because, I mean, then you could get the energy and you could bounce around with the idea, or someone else come up with something.
That is the point of view of the extrovert, which I feel like you are. Me as an introvert, well, before the cannabis, I was very drained from conversations with other people in person. Since the cannabis, I get energized from conversations with people in person. So I don't know what I am anymore. My whole world has been turned upside down based upon this edible cannabis. So,
overdosed.
Not overdose because I only take
Underdosed.
5 milligrams a day. So I'm not even getting high, but I'm able to converse now. When before I was not able to, I had a blank mind. And
So
did not
instead
know
of
what to
just
say.
the marijuana itself, it's the THC for you.
To me, that's what it is.
Sounds similar to what happened with Joe Rogan in the beginning of his podcast. In one of his podcasts, he said that before his podcast, he would get too fucking stoned.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't.
it's on
And his
YouTube. You can
podcast
find
wasn't
it.
really taking
Yeah.
out. That when he slowed down the intake, all of a sudden it just started to rise up more and more.
Yeah, he gets so fucking stupid stoned, man. Where he just loses his train of thought. He doesn't even talk. And shit.
Yeah, well, he even said for like the first few years, nothing was happening with it. It was
No.
just he was putting it out there, nothing was happening.
And then he stopped, toned down on the intake.
You see,
But
he
Joey
couldn't
Diaz
figure it out
somehow-
at first. He was too fucked up.
No, everyone's got a different
Different,
chemistry.
but-
Some people need
right, they
some
do.
THC.
That's
Some,
what I was saying. But
Some
people-
Joey Diaz,
yeah.
dude, when he's popping those, he's doing bong hits and popping stars of death on his podcast, and I watch, and he's still talking like nothing's going on. I'm like, dude, this dude's tolerant.
well,
is
he's
off the
obviously
fucking
not an
walls,
introvert.
yo.
That,
Holy
that dude's
shit.
he's a maniac.
And now this is what I thought. I
He's
thought I was.
funny,
You
though.
said extrovert. I thought I was an introvert.
I don't know because you seem to lead the conversation. and
Yeah,
you're-
Bobby and I have talked about
Yeah,
this.
me too.
I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
I'm like, he said it once. I'm like, are you?
Yeah. All of a sudden, I get like the death stare. You're not an introvert. You can't be in the
I
club.
know.
You seem like an extrovert to me, but who's to say?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess so, but
Yeah.
I think
so.
you've got a little bit of antisocial tendencies, but I wouldn't say
No,
you're an
maybe you
introvert.
do.
I think we all have
Yeah.
a little antisocial.
I don't.
You know,
I don't.
I
I
mean,
do.
I'm a people
Something's
person.
wrong.
I'm a
I got
people
all those
person.
antis.
He
But-
does.
yeah,
I'm a people person, but I anti bullshit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all.
I don't know, man. I don't really like too much people. You know what I mean? I don't really go around talking to a whole bunch of people and hanging with them and shit.
No, me neither.
But
Well, luckily you do because you saw Cruiser and you said something.
Yeah,
You
well,
wouldn't be here.
hey,
Oh yeah,
it's
not
a
only that,
gift,
all those
bro.
homeless
It's a
people at the
gift.
park. Oh,
The
homeless people at the
Yeah,
park.
what about them?
Dude,
They're people.
It still cracks me up when I don't know who asks me. They're like, Bobby's really passing out cards to homeless people. Like, dude, don't be surprised. They got cell phones.
Everybody got
Yeah,
cell
They got
phones.
cell phones.
Yeah.
The
Don't-
government
just because
gives
they look
everybody
broke
cell
don't mean
phones.
they don't got no damn cell phones.
That's a
dude.
gift, bro.
They got it.
They got pizza and a business card.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? Some entertainment and pizza underneath the moons and stars.
There you go.
Yeah, why not?